Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In War of the Visions JP and Global, let's look at the news. And from the new year, JP has been getting updates from Fridays, and then Global's getting Wednesdays. So that kind of makes it a little bit inconvenient for me to make videos. Like if I wanted to cover both Global and JP in the same video, and I wanted to include from that same week, then I would be covering like Global stuff that already came out. So I think what I'll do is I'll cover like on Monday or Tuesday, the global news that's coming out in a couple days, and then I'll talk about the JP news from a few days ago. So I'll be a little bit late on JP, but yeah, that's I guess how it's going to be from now. But before we talk about the news, I wanted to talk about the crashing that's been going on in the global version of the app. And I wish I had talked about this before. I saw this on the weekend. It just didn't take in my mind, but I wish I had talked about it then. You all know me that like when folks complain about certain things in the game, you know, I tell them this is not a big deal, this is not a big deal, that's not a big deal. But bugs in a game are a big deal. One that can sink a game if it gets super duper way out of hand. My assumption was that all of the crashing was happening to people on emulators. And I'm like, well, that's what you get for playing the game on a platform that is not natively supported by the company. But it's been crashing on like tablets and iPhones on native clients, and that's unacceptable. That's non-negotiable. But like other real problems that I think people should be keeping an eye out for are like super duper power creep, like bad or unresponsive customer service, long periods between new updates. I'm talking about like months between like real updates. I've seen that in other games, and it's grim. Like bad game mechanics that skews the gameplay too much in one direction. For me, it would be like chaining in Brave Exvius. True, like pay-to-win environments or mechanics. Dishonesty or deception by the company. We had a brush with that with the JP scandal. But yeah, bugs that affect your ability to play the game or even access the game. That is a major, major concern. I've been hearing people are review bombing, and I support that action. Maybe that's surprising to some people. But going through like the App Store or the equivalent on other platforms, that's one of the best ways to get direct communication to the company. And yeah, the developers, they do get those directly, they read them. I think one review per person is going to be enough. And yeah, it's a good way to get a direct contact with the company. And then I'm also okay with it because when an app, at least on the Apple App Store, when it's upgraded, when it gets a new version, all of those old reviews and then ratings are put away, and then you can put the new reviews and the new ratings on there. So when the game is fixed, then you can give it another review, which is more about how you feel about the game. So yeah, hopefully they fix that soon. That is not acceptable. Okay, but anyway, let's look at the JP news from last Friday. So the first season of the story is done, and spoiler alert, all these characters on the screen, they're still alive at the end of Season 1. But now we're having interludes, 1 and 2, before Season 2 starts. I am particularly interested in this female character down here on the left in front of Salia with the black hair. She might be a light element katana user. So I would be able to use my raw vision card with her. So if she is released, I might be tempted to get her. Okay, and then we have new vision cards. This one's pretty hilarious. But this is the fantasy of the guy with the ears. I forget his name. And then the evil Mont there. That's pretty good. But your vision card, the party ability and the personal ability will only be open to Earth units. Party ability, AoE attack resistance up, max HP up, max TP up, and then personal ability will be slash resistance up, and then again max HP up. So that would be a great card for MR Mont, a Earth unit. You could do Kitufe, you could do the new Scholar character, Ryuedu, I think it is. But I'm going to skip this card, even though I want it very much for the artwork. Okay, and then the new MR card, this will come with an Esper, Kuaru. This is a blast from the past from various Final Fantasy games. But here, you need to be lightning element to get the party ability or the personal ability. Party abilities will be lightning ability, damage up, dexterity up, and then gained AP up. So light element spear users, they might like that, like a 9S or Alim. And then personal ability is agility up, that's cool. And then, let's see, Esper summon, area of effect around the caster, lightning element damage, and then maybe stun. Blaster, yeah, that very famous ability. Okay, and then you can fight Kuaru in the chamber. And Kuaru has a 3-star form available at launch. Okay, then we got EX jobs for Federica, Ayaka, and Tsubayaki. I fully awoke Federica and Tsubayaki. I might do showcase videos for them later. Ayaka I am going to skip, but that's more because I don't have the shards for her, the soul orbs. But in a nutshell, Federica gets a lot more damage, which is good. That was kind of the thing that I was iffy about her the most before. But she also gets like a Barrier Breaker from a distance. Barrier Breaker is now one of the most important skills in battle right now, so it's very nice for her. She also gets some defense penetration, more range and stuff, so yeah, I've been using her. She's been pretty good. And then at Tsubayaki, she gets more breaks in particular, and more HP. I've seen somebody build her at level 120 with all the vision cards and stuff, and she got like over 4,000 HP, which is pretty good considering how much resistances she has, so look forward to using her. Ayaka, she does not pick up re-raise, but she picks up some like AP heal, and she can also give teammates like drain, and I think it was defense penetration, so very interesting support character. Someday I will probably take her to EX jobs. Okay, Ramu, Iron Giant, and then Floaty Ball will get the 3-star forms, so you'll also be able to fight them. Well, you'll be able to fight Ramu and Iron Giant, not the Floaty Ball, so that's more missions that I have to play. And then the Metal Exchange, they will do some buffs for some stuff that you can craft. There was some murmuring about the Platinum Armor, because we got the Brigandine Armor from the last raid, and that was kind of better than the Platinum Armor, so people were upset about that. But the Platinum Armor plus 5 now will give you the strike resistance up 10, and then also single target resistance up 10, so that's a good reason to have that. The Hermes Sandals will give you Don't Move, now up to resistance 25, evade 10, and then also gained AP 30%. That's pretty good for a non-Trustmaster piece of equipment. And then there's the Kenja's Staff, that will give you the magic attack up 20 and then accuracy up 20. That's really nice for people like Mediana, or like other people with strong limit breaks where it's so important that that thing hits. So yeah, those are nice buffs there. Let's see, we've got some download stuff. Yeah, that's nothing. Pickup banner, fine. The UR card has the 5 step up. And then there is the Return of the Tower. I've been enjoying that. I just beat 40 yesterday, so I have to get through 41 through 50. I got about 2 weeks left, I think. And I had a lot of fun doing the tower this time. I think this was the most fun that I had. And it was probably down to me being able to make so many teams just based on the elements, because I have so many guys now. It was really fun to use a lot of like MR characters that I don't use a lot. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the next time the tower comes around in Global. Hopefully people enjoy that. And what else we got? Some more shop stuff. Okay, whatever. Oh, this was like a one-day shop for like 40 shards. I bought the 40 for Erushireru, that light element sleepy girl. So she's max now, so I'll be able to do a nice review of her before her release in Global. Okay, I think that'll do it for JP. Let's switch over to Global. Okay, here we are in global. So we have the tower coming to global as well. It's been a few months, and it's also been a few months in JP as well, so I don't know if this is something that we can expect every month. But if you clear 40, you will get the light ring. That is similar to the water ring that we got from floor 30, I think it was. But the light ring, it'll give you some HP, attack, magic, defense, and spirit, so pretty well-rounded. It will raise your dark and light resistance, those elements, that's nice, but it will lower poison and then doom resistance, so it's not all good. And then right now in JP, if you beat floor 50, you'll get the fire version of the ring, which I expect to be pretty much the same, so yeah. I'm liking these rings, I'm liking the tower. And I'm also liking that you can start from the floor where you left off last time. I'm a little bit glad it's not every month because it's kind of a heavy lift. I mean, I enjoy it, but it is very attention intensive. But also with like a couple, like 2 or 3 months in between runs, your account is going to get much stronger, so you should see a big difference in the difficulty of the tower each time you go back to it. Okay, next we got more story in global, and this is getting close to the end. Chapter 12, that will be the end of Season 1. Okay, we got books, we got this thing with Tyrol. We got these guys coming back. I think I'm going to make the Platinum Mace, finally. I've skipped it every time up to now, but finally got my Erudita up to level 79, so I'll do that. Weekly campaigns. This is the usual stuff, fine. Alright, and then new vision cards. We got the Black Rose of the Battlefield. This is a card I use a ton in JP. I have this maxed. And if you don't have either the Belov card or the Chocobo card, you're definitely going to want this one. And then you should get the 5-step up for the guaranteed get. And then there's also a way to get 75 shards through some kind of promotion. So that's oh, there it is, yeah. Looks like it might be a bingo board. So this would be great. But for my global account, I'm going to skip it, I think. And I'm going to settle for Chocobo. But with the tower, between 30 and 40, and almost certainly between 40 and 50, agility is going to be very important because some of the teams that you'll go against, they'll have such high starting agility that maybe the entire enemy force can, move and attack before any of your guys can act. And that can be the difference between surviving or not. So you're definitely going to want at least one of those 3 cards, Belov or Black Rose or Chocobo. But party ability, agility up, and then personal ability for staff users will be accuracy up, and then the vision ability. And then there's the future JP buff, the party elemental ability. That will give accuracy up to your party. That's nice for dark units, which you can use that for, because most dark units, they don't have great accuracy, and then also they don't have any 100% hit attacks, so this will be great for them, and I will use it even if I don't have any magic users. I don't worry about missing out on that stat. And then global only, bestowed effect for Helena, agility up, that's cool. Here's a Shadow Flare, this is the vision ability. You must be a staff user in order to use this. But a little bit of range, very nice AoE. It will draw you towards the center of that AoE. So that can help you with positioning enemies. I think that's a first that you can do. Maybe there's also like transposition. But this is an interesting skill. I've seen it used against a single target, and what that will do is it will pull that enemy towards you one spot, and that's it. But otherwise it'll just be everybody towards the center. It does small damage, but I've never been impressed with the damage I've seen from this, so I would use this more as a support ability than an attacking ability. Okay, and then we have the MR card. I like this one a lot. This one also comes with an Esper, Glacial. Let's see, party ability, ice attack up, personal ability, ice attack up, and then the party elemental ability, the JP buff, that will give ice units ice resistance up. So it's just ice, 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 ice. It can come in handy. I like this card, and I would like to max it someday. So yeah, I would recommend getting this. Again, if you don't have one of those other agility cards. Okay, I think that'll do it for the news in both versions. Let's hope we get a fix to the bugs. Again, that's not something that we should have to put up with. Alright, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.